Today I'm going to go over something that I hope you never have to deal with either, in your own life or in a life of a family member. Because if you have an alcoholic in the family, it's someone who's drinking on a regular basis. This may be an incentive to get them help as much as you possibly can, or certainly in that direction, because the road gets very bleak near the end. And this is something that happens near the final stage of alcoholism. Now, everybody knows that it affects your liver. You can have fatty liver, cirrhosis of the liver, your heart, your pancreas. It affects your esophagus, your eyes, your skin. Certainly, you can get premature aging. But really the scariest thing is a thing called Wernicke Korsakoff syndrome, which is when it affects your brain. It affects the brain matter of what's making you keeping you alive, and essentially, it's known as wet brain, and it's a form of dementia. So let's go a little bit deeper into this. One of the reasons why I go over these types of things is people have to realize that the reality that they're facing, if they continue in their behavior of drinking on a regular basis and just, full-blown alcoholism, and they continue with their denial, the road gets very bleak ahead. And I don't think it's going to ever act as a deterrent, but family members need to know what they're going to be dealing with, because ultimately family members are going to be the ones, much of the time, are going to have to be dealing with this. And that's not something that anybody wants to have to deal with. A 50-year-old person who has dementia, and it's a reality for a lot of people. And so many alcoholics will say, "Well, it'll never happen to me. It happens to other people." No, it can happen to you if you continue. Certainly, if you've been drinking for 20, 25, 30 years. So let me give you the technical side of the Wernicke Korsakoff syndrome. It's basically related to chronic phases of vitamin B1 deficiency. It's a thiamine depletion, it's a direct result of poor nutrition, and it's a common cause of long-term heavy alcohol drinking. Now, once you do get this syndrome, you luckily will not live more than 7 or 8 years, and those aren't exactly going to be particularly good years. And it's also includes, you'll be confused, you'll have a lack of energy, low blood pressure, you could go into a coma, lack of muscle coordination, it affects your posture, your balance, you could have tremors and involuntary bodily movements. Good times. It's not something anybody wants to go through. And in reality, that is what my wife ultimately died of. She died of low blood pressure, which is a result of the Wernicke Korsakoff syndrome, wet brain. She had trouble speaking. Her memory skills were horrible. She fell downstairs at our house several times, and then ultimately what started the path towards her demise when she fell down the flight of stairs at her 7th rehab. They took her to the hospital, and that's ultimately what caused her demise. She went into, essentially a coma, and then died of low blood pressure. And these are all things that, as a family member, this is what you have to look forward to. If you have someone who's been drinking for decades, this is really what you have to expect, unfortunately. So again, if this type of thing is relatable to you, if you have a family member or yourself going down this direction, click on the link above, schedule a breakthrough call, set up a time, we can talk, see if I can, my program can help you or your family member. I've helped families, thousands of families. Just as importantly, I've also helped the alcoholics in their family. And again, we have a Facebook group called Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. Please join that. We talk about these issues every day and more. Also, please like, share, and comment. And thanks for listening.